Hey creator, and welcome back to another The Mindful Creators Knitting Podcast. It is episode 31 and it's been 2 months. I don't know what happened, but I'm here. I won't necessarily say I'm back because weekly uploads are definitely not in the room right now. Not possible with work and everything because yarn dyeing has been very busy. It's podcast number episode. Oh, whoa, I can't even talk anymore. It's been a while. It's podcast episode number 31 already. I have so much to tell you. I wanna have my hands on the table, but you can probably see that the camera is moving if I do so. Sorry about that. Because I actually okay. Let me just first say what we're gonna talk about in this podcast, and then dive into some things that happened because this is gonna be a long one. So get ready, because I have so much to show you. I have a finished sweater that I started last year. You might know which one it is if you've been a regular viewer. I have a finished pair of socks that I actually need to get still. I don't have them here right now. I have so much yarn actually that I got because it's been 2 months. It also was my birthday. If you hear Fushi in the background, she's walking around. She decided that this is the moment she's gonna cause a scene. I started over 3 times already. But yeah, new yarn, acquisitions, finished objects, new whips. There's so much to show you. And also things that have been going on. And one of the big things, well, you might see like the background is very different. Let me just quickly tell a little bit about it before I tell maybe a little bit more about it in live at the end. Is I got a yarn studio. So I got my office, my yarn studio, to dye yarn in and everything. If you're new here, by the way, I'm Fem. This has been a very chaotic beginning of the video, but yeah, that's most of the time how it goes over here. I'm a yarn dyer. I'm the face behind the Mindful Creators. I also have an online community group, but yarn dyeing is what I do most days. And YouTube I just do for fun. YouTube brings like a teeny tiny bit of what my business income-wise say, but I just really like doing it, and it's the first thing that gets off the calendar when I don't have time. But yeah, I really enjoy talking with you here, so I'm happy that I'm back. I really planned it in last week. But yeah, so much happened. I really want to put my hands on the table, but that's not possible because my tripod is in the studio. That's the reason why we were set up. I have like 6 books with like a box underneath it. That's my setup for now, for today. I want to finish at the office studio next time. I want to film at the studio next time, but for now we're here, and it's a bit of a bummer that you can't see the table because it's like filled with yarn and stuff right now. I have like, this is like a sneak peek, lots of stuff here and yarn here, and there's so much. So as I said, get ready, get comfortable, get something to drink, snack on, to knit, crochet, or anything else on, because I have a lot to show you today. So let's get into it. Okay, I'm like, where are we going to start? I literally have a table filled with stuff. I'm gonna take a little picture so you can see what I'm actually looking at. There's a lot. My laptop is here. I have some notes, so I'm hoping I won't forget anything. But yeah, the first thing I'm gonna show you is my finished sweater. My voice is cracking. Okay, this sweater is the Lyon sweater by Petite Knit, and it's finally finished. I only have to block it though. That's the only thing I still have to do. But if you have been following me for longer, you know that I casted this on last year. I think it was October. I have my Ravelry here. So let me just quickly look it up. It was a project that went out, I don't want to necessarily say really quick. Yeah, last October 4th, and I finished it August 17th. This is just a sweater. I really love the construction, and however, it was something that I don't want to say I grew bored of. It's more like I didn't have the headspace for the stripes. So let me just show it a little bit more close to you. By the way, the camera is gonna move a little bit during this video. I hope it's not too bad, but yeah, it's a little bit of a not very stable setup. I'm trying not to touch the table. Okay, as you can see here, this is a striped sweater. It is the Lyon sweater by Petite Knit, as I said, and it has this really fun shoulder construction. I hope you can see it a little. It's trying to focus on my face and it's blowing out the color a little bit, but it's so much fun to knit. I have talked about this a lot, so I'm not gonna go like deep diving into it. I have made it with Drops Daisy. These are the two colors that I use, and I bought this immediately when this came out, when Drops released that they were going to have a non-superwash merino. This is color 01, I think it's like neutral or something, and this is color 12. It is a creamy off-white, there we go, and a caramel color. It shows a little bit different on camera. I'm not sure how it will show during editing, but these are really nice together. I think the sample is made with like a dark blue stripe, and first I was gonna be like, okay, I want to do the dark blue stripe, but I wanted to do just something a little bit different. And I think back then I was told that I might be a fall type coloring rise. I'm not sure about that anymore, by the way. I think I might even look better in winter colors while I'm not necessarily very cool tone, but that's a whole nother story. But I do think that this suits me. I feel like I'm not cool and not warm toned. I'm a little in between somewhere. Like gold jewelry suits me, but silver kind of also, but gold looks better. And then cool colors look good. I don't know, really have no clue. I just wear what I like. I think that's just the case. But yeah, this is finally finished. Drops Daisy was really fun to knit with. I sadly already know it's gonna peel like crazy. I don't know if you're able to see it a little bit. I hope you're able to see like well, that's really hard to show like this. It is already getting really fluffy. Is it gonna focus? That's the question. I don't know if you can see this. It is already getting fluffy. I know it's gonna peel because my friend Claudia from Claudia's Knits, she already made this. Like we started at the same time, I think, and she made this in the same yarn, same pattern. Like we influence each other a lot, and hers peels like crazy, like a lot. But this is so soft. It's gonna be great to wear this fall, winter probably more, because it's quite warm, I think. But yeah, it feels great. I think it looks really good. Like if I really like this, I might eventually make it with different yarn. One thing I changed about the pattern is the sleeves. That's maybe fun to know before we head on to the next project. The sleeves are actually pretty wide. I tried it on hers because I think that's the case. I think she was already done or something along those lines. And I don't like my sleeves very big. Often I find them to also be too short then really quickly. I find it hard to find like the right length. And I just like a balloon sleeve a lot more, to be honest. So it's not like a dramatic balloon sleeve, but as you can see here, I just followed the increase or decreases from the pattern. You can see them here on this line. I did do jogless stripes, however you can still see it, but I'm not too bothered. And what I did is I did a rapid decrease. I'm pretty sure I have the information of how I did the decrease on my Ravelry page. Yeah, I put it there. As always, I link my Ravelry main page down there, and you can find all my projects there, so it's just easy to find. Just click on it. Some of the things you might have to scroll a little bit too much, but I think I still have like one page of projects where you can just find everything, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I did a rapid decrease, and it made the sleeves tighter on the end, and I feel like this is the perfect kind of tight enough. I did this a few times, I'm pretty sure. I also knit the sleeve to pattern. It was a little too short, made it a little longer. I'm quite tall, I'm 175, so that's 5'9". Yeah, I really like it like this. And what I also did is the following. I added a contrast color on the cuff, and this is something that I saw from another creator, which you can find. I link it in my Ravelry page. I don't know her name, or it's just I found it in the project pages on Ravelry. So I did that on both of the cuffs, of course, but I also did it on the bottom hem. And what I actually did is you do a, how do you call it again? That bind off. Italian? Well, it is the one, what's the other one called again? I don't know. It's that one bind off, but this is the version with the setup rows. And what I did from the moment I started setup rows, I changed to this color. So that makes it that you get a really nice, thin, contrasting color line. Yeah, I really like it like this. I was hesitant about doing it on the body. Oh, the camera is moving a little bit, I see. But yeah, I like it like this, and I'm really happy with that. I still need to block it, as I said. I hope it will grow a little bit in length, body length mostly. It's a little bit short on me, not too short though. I think it will be fine. But yeah, I finished this. I don't know when, but I remember it was one weekend. I was looking at I have this card here where I put all my yarn stuff up. We still need to get a cabinet here, by the way. It's a little bit not looking great in the back here. We need a cabinet. My yarn is gonna go in there, but for now it's still gonna live in here. But I just looked at it and I was like, I'll just pick this up, I think. And I think I was, for the body, I was somewhere like down here, probably, maybe a little bit lower. I had one sleeve done, pretty sure, like done or almost done, and the other sleeve, or I think I still had to pick up. So still quite a lot of work to do, but this one really quickly somehow, eventually. I don't know about you, but sometimes you're just, you have one of these projects and you're like, I'm not really feeling like working on it, but I'm really happy that it's out now. It's ready for the colder days. It's definitely not for now. And I can't wait to wear it then. So that is finished object number 1. I have another finished object, but it's in the other room. I will get it quickly. Give me a minute or a moment. Okay, I just grabbed it. I was like, am I gonna just leave it there? But no, I did want to show it to you. Because these are a pair of socks that I started in a last episode. Most things that I'm going to be showing here today are new. Yeah, new, except the sweater. And this is also from last episode. And I said, oh, next episode I'll probably have it finished, but I just really recently finished it. I didn't work on it at all. These are in my own yarn. These are in my Soulful sock base, which is a 75-25% merino nylon, supports merino nylon. And I used the color Sweet Rosy from my Dreaming of Spring collection, and I added a Valentine's set mini. So I'm really talking so fast, I need to breathe. I just sat down and I was like, okay, let's go. I have so much to tell you. I don't want to rush it. But there's so much I want to chat about with you and show you and everything. So I don't want it to be like 2 hours long. I think it's gonna go over an hour, pretty sure. But maybe let me know if this happens another time, if you want to have it in 2 parts or something. I think I prefer it in 1 part, but maybe 2 parts could be nice. Not sure. This mini, I don't know what the color name was again, but this was from one of my Valentine's Day minis, which was a build your own mini set. These are finished, and these are just vanilla socks, no pattern. However, the special thing about these is that they have a fun toe construction. And I'm gonna try to show it to you at the same time, if it's not focusing on my face. As you can see here, this toe is not your standard toe. And here it is even more obvious. So I didn't use a pattern, I just was curious about doing a toe that would fit like an ergonomical toe? Ergonomical toe, I think that's what you call it. I just literally looked at my own feet and was like, maybe a little bit decreasing here, maybe a little bit more there. And this is what I ended up with. This is gonna be personal for everyone, of course, but I did write down exactly what I did for every row. Again, you can find the full page in my Ravelry. Like, I have the kind of feet, as you can see here. It goes down quite quickly. Let me just focus on the sock. It's a hard time. There we go. Quite quickly. And then my second toe is like slightly longer than my big toe. So maybe it works for you. I don't know. Yeah, these are finished. I haven't worn them yet. Pretty sure I haven't. It's not really... Oh, it's already getting warm here till I close the door. Oh, sorry about the camera. It's not really like a sock. Is it moving? Yeah, I think it was moving. I wanted to cross my legs, but I can't because then the camera moves. It's not really knitted sock weather at all. So yeah, I just have these to show you for now. These are finished, and I do have quite a few other socks on the needles. Quite 2 pairs to be exact. I will show them to you in a little bit. Second finished object. And the last for this episode. I think I could have, of course, have more finished, but there have been moments where I haven't had a ton of time to knit. It's been quite busy work-wise. I did a yarn fair. I launched a collection, the Dearest Gentle Yarn Lover collection, which is inspired by Bridgerton. You're gonna see a few yarns of that collection in my work in progresses right now. So for example, I wanted to say back when I posted the last podcast, I was like, oh, next week or the week after, I knew I was going to launch the collection, or at least have a few colors launched. I was like, I want to show everything to you, but it just got so busy because I also had I combine fairs with collection launches, because that way I'm able to dye up one color on all the bases, knowing that there's a big chance that I will sell at least like half or a good amount of it, you know, because as I said, I dye everything on every base. I have 6 bases now, going to be 7 really soon, but I will chat a little bit about it later because I want to have your opinion about a sample I want to make. But yeah, that is a lot of yarn. I dye most of the time 3 skeins per pen, times 6, times last collection was 9 colors. That's a lot of yarn, a lot of money also. So I tried to do it that way, but I want to show you, but yeah, it was so busy and everything, so I'm showing it to you now. Okay, let's get into some work in progresses, and this is a very exciting one. This is a new sweater that I casted on during my holiday. We went on holiday, it was the 7th of August, which was also my yarn dyeing anniversary, or having the TMC yarn live, so that was really fun. But we left that day, and that is also the day that I casted on this sweater, and truly I could have finished it in a week if I really wanted to. I didn't, and I haven't picked it up since we were gone, or since we came back, but this is, oh, it's so cute. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what this is already. Also, by the way, a tip, follow me there, because then you see all the updates all of the time. Okay, this is, I hope I have it right, I think I do. This is the Lento sweater by Jonna Hietala. I think that's how you say her name. And this is so cute. Okay, so my hair is so sticky, it's getting warm here. This is made in 2 of my new collection colors, and I'm going to show it a little bit more up close to you, hoping that you will see it. Oh, you see it pretty well, I think. You see it pretty well. So this is made technically as a sample, because I wanted to have this sample at the next yarn fair. I will be at the Breidagen here in September, last weekend of September, the Friday and Saturday in Nijkerk, I think it is. And I will also be at the Handwerkbeurs in Groningen here in the Netherlands, which is the last or second to last weekend of November, which is like 4 days. So I know for fairs, samples do so well. And I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I have a sample for every base that I have now, which is so cool. So I really want people to be able to feel what the yarn feels like, and what it looks like and everything. And this is a combination of yarn that I don't have yet. So this is actually heavily alpaca, held together with soothing surrey. And this is made in 2 of the new collection colors, as I said. This is made in Now Varley the Bugs. If you have seen Bridgerton, you might know this. That's like Now Varley the Bugs. I've already said this, I'm not sure. I feel like I've said this in the video already. Maybe just on Instagram. And it is held together with joining of hands, which is a really soft pink. I have it here. I'm not sure. Why am I not showing it like this? These are the 2 colors together. These are so cute. So this is a mix of like baby blue, baby pink, and this is definitely a very soft, as you can see here, soft pink. And these together make this fabric. So you can clearly see that Now Varley the Bugs really, well, I don't want to say outshines, but it really takes over. And it matches really well with this light pink, which you might, I was already quite sure it would match well, but it's always nice to see that your idea really works. But I can imagine that some people would not pick these together, but they go really well together. So, are there any things I changed? No, I don't think so. This is my second Lento sweater. This sweater is known as a sweater that you knit on quite a big gauge. You can use it with, well, I don't want to say little yarn, but technically, or how do you say it? If you compare it to other, for example, raglan sweaters, because of the big gauge, but the DK weight, it takes a little less yarn than your typical raglan or sweater in general. So you can, I don't know if you're able to see how that the gauge is a bit bigger. You probably am like this, you can see, yeah, there you can see it. But it is so nice because it makes for like a fluffy light sweater. And I thought this would be a perfect sample, because then I can show people, like, for my size, I'm using 2 skeins of the Heavenly Alpaca and 2 skeins of the Surrey. So for my size, you can already make that. I think I'm making size 3 or 2. Let me see, because I have it down here. Size 2 I'm making, actually, which you can do with those skeins for a size 3 up till, I don't know on top of my head, a few sizes you are good with 3 skeins of each, which I know hand-dyed yarn is not cheap, I know, very aware. But for people to see that you can make it with these amounts of skeins, so what I would do, for example, is just then take only the Heavenly Alpaca, because that's not a kind of base that you see a lot, and then add a Surrey from another brand, for example. Or if you really want to treat yourself, just do the whole TMC yarn, of course. But yeah. One thing that I'm changing is the sleeves. Again, I don't like a white sleeve. If you have seen the Lento sweater, I think the sleeves end up around here, somewhere around here. They are the width that it needs to be when it ends up there, but I lengthen them, and if I then keep the same width, they are pretty wide, which I don't enjoy. So what I did is a really rapid decrease. Oh wait, I also skipped the decreases in the sleeve completely, because I really wanted a balloon sleeve. As I said, I already made a Lento sweater. Last time I did do the decreases, and then a little bit of a rapid decrease to also make sure that it fits a bit more snug. But it was definitely a little bit more of a tighter sleeve. So this time I just skipped all the decreases in the sleeve, just made a long tube, and then did a rapid decrease. However, I'm going to do it again, because it's a little too puckery. I'm not liking it, and also the sleeve needs to be lengthened a little bit. So this will be ripped out, and then I will lengthen it a little bit, and then do a different decrease. And that's the thing I need to do. I need to do one sleeve. I picked up, or not picked up, I put the stitches on the needle again. Need to pick up some stitches in the middle here, and that's it. So exciting. It's so soft, by the way. I haven't even talked about that, but I wanted to put these together because Heavenly Alpaca is really, really soft, and Soothing Surrey is really, really soft, and this together is gonna be such a nice fall sweater. I wore my Lento a lot last year. I think it is perfect for fall. It's thin enough that you can wear it when it's not too cold, but also it's I don't know, it's just a perfect gauge, I think, for that type of weather. Last time I did it on 5.5mm needles, because I thought it was getting a little too gapey when I did it on the 6mm, but this time I did do it on 6mm and 4mm for the ribbing and everything, just according to pattern. So yeah, this is really fun. This is something I need to pick up again, and then probably in like I think in 3 days I can finish it, probably, because the sleeve is really quick. It took me, I knitted one day on like that full sleeve in the car ride back home, but it took me so much time because I was figuring out the decreases and also then the rapid decreasing, and I did it like three or four times, something like that, and I didn't like the look and everything. So it took me a long time. Doesn't have to take so long. But that is a sweater. Let me show you a t-shirt that I'm working on, and then I have 2 pairs of socks, and then we're gonna go into acquisitions and all those things, because there are quite a few. As I said, it was my birthday also, so I got some yarn related stuff. This is something, oh, it's caught under the books. This is something that I've been working on really actively right now. The thing that I knit yesterday, but before that I hadn't knit in like 3 days or something, because of work and live and everything. But this is something that I do want to finish quite soon, because it is a t-shirt and I want to be able to wear it. This is such a nice t-shirt, by the way. This is the Feels Variety by Lily Kate Friends, and it is like a perfect, you can already see it like this. It is such a good fitting t-shirt. I'm really pleased with it so far already. There are a few problems. My problems, I'm very off gauge, like very off gauge, and that's mostly a problem for the length. For the width, I'm perfectly fine, because I'm not too bad off gauge with width wise. A few stitches, but it looks good. I like it a little bit more fitting. Let me see which size I'm making actually. I think it's size 3, which normally I would go smaller, because of the gauge I went to size 3. And I think that's mostly the problem, the length. And I thought I didn't have enough yarn, but I did some calculations, which I will tell you about, and I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. This is the sweater. I didn't really talk about construction in the last 2. The last one is a raglan. If you're new to knitting, a raglan is where you just start with the collar, then start increasing on the armpits, to be said like that, front and back. And and just work it like that. Split for sleeves, then do the body. This is a little different. I'm thinking about how this worked again. I think I had to pick up for the back, or like start for the back. I'm like thinking if I have it right. I think it was like that. Did I? Oh no, I was like, did I drop a stitch? But it is just a hole for the German short rows. Like, if you know how to make your German short rows look really neat, please tell me, because mine never do. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but you can always see like a little hole. But yeah, it was the back. I think I then had to... Ooh, what did I do again? I don't know, to be honest. It was a fun construction, that's what I know. I like constructions that are just... that have quite a lot of steps, because then it keeps me engaged and it's just fun to do it like that. I do know that I had to pick up stitches for the front, and first I thought it had to be seamless, but I do see a little seam, but I did also see it, I think, on some of the other versions. And eventually you go into the round after you've, well, don't split for sleeves, after you, yeah, kind of split for sleeve. It's more like a drop shoulder construction without having like a dropped shoulder, if you know what I mean. The sleeves are also really fun. You work them with short rows, and eventually you do some decreases here on the top. I'm not sure if you're able to see that well. I think you are, like this part. It just creates a really beautiful sleeve. My sleeve could have had a few more short rows to make it a little bit longer. It is now a little bit like arching on the shoulder, but maybe with blocking and where it will be fine. I already like the look of it. I don't mind it being like that. Could have been a little bit longer. Could have been nice. On the body there are also decreases, so as you can tell already, it's a form-fitting t-shirt. You can hopefully see it a little bit. I think you are able to. You probably see like a band walking down somewhere here. So there are decreases there. And as I said, I'm very off gauge. Mostly, well, yeah, mostly row gauge. Stitch gauge, I'm close, not exactly, but close. Row gauge, I'm very off gauge. I think I had to have like 34 stitches if I see it correctly. I have it here, I can literally look it up. I had to have 34 rows and I have 41. I know, it's very off gauge, but I just really wanted to make it. I was like, we'll be fine, I'll just knit longer. And then realized, oh wait, I have size 2, I only have 2 skeins. This is, by the way, my soulful sock base in a silent love language, also from the Bridgerton collection. And yeah, this, I was getting a little scared, to be honest, because this still needs a good amount of length. I think it needs about 8 or 6 centimeters I measured yesterday, and then the ribbing, which is 2.5 centimeters. And I was already getting scared I wouldn't have enough, and this was like last week. I already calculated, yesterday I already knew it was fine. So what I did, I calculated how many rows I had in 10 centimeters, which was 41. And then I also calculated like how much length I still needed. So I realized back then that I still needed like 20 centimeters, a little bit less than 20 centimeters. So what I then did, I weighed my yarn. I have like a micro scale I use it for dyeing, because I measure my dye powders. That scale goes down to 0.05 milligram. Or 0.05 gram. Yeah. So I measured it. I knit one full round and then I measured it again. And then I realized I think I had oh, didn't I put it in there? I think I put it in somewhere else. 0.81 grams for like one round. So so I knew what I had for one round, so I also knew how many grams I needed for like 42 or like 82 rounds. And I knew it was fine. So I'm really happy with that. So try it if you have like a good small amount scale to save like that. Try it like that, because this really, instead of just guessing if I had enough, I know I have enough. I think I even have leftover. That's the reason also why I choose my sock base, and also because I want to show people that you can perfectly make something like a wearable in my sock base. My sock base is quite soft. You can't see how soft it is, but you can see, yeah, how it looks. A little bit more about the color. As I said, this is called a silent love language, and this is a color I made for Francesca and Lord Kilmartin for their silent love together. If you have seen the show, you know what it means. This is a tonal. As you can see, it is like a navy purple. That is what I've been calling it. It is not necessarily purple purple, it's not blue blue. So I feel like it's kind of like a dusty navy purple, something along those lines. And fun fact, I didn't alternate yarn. I really wanted to try it out. I'm like, thank you myself for being able to dye my tonals this even already. Sometimes it's really hard with DK weight, for example. My bouncy DK soaks up dye. It's a little bit more harder to get it extremely even. I try my best, of course, and it looks even. But this is a little easier to dye. And yeah, I just was like, I want to try it without alternating skeins. It's also easy. I think, I don't even know, but one of the sleeves I started a new skein. I think it was this sleeve, but I'm not even sure. And I didn't alternate, I just added it like around here. I think it was this sleeve, and you don't see it. So I'm really happy with that. This is so nice. It is a lot of knitting. It's on 3.25mm needles. I can do like 10 rows at least in the evening if I have like an hour or so, probably like that. But yeah, this is something I've been mindlessly knitting on. I do want to have it finished rather quickly. I also want to take this to the next fair, of course, so that sweater, this top, I want to have finished by then, which is end of September, so I have like a month, and I will finish it then. It will be fun. It's a really fun one. It's so beautiful. It looks so good. I'm not sure if I'm already putting in try-on videos, pictures, but you will get them next time if I finish it next time. If it's then finished, then you will see it. So yeah, let's get into socks. I hope I'm not talking too fast, but as I said, I want to tell you everything, and I don't want it to be like a 2-hour video, so bear with me. Next up, I have a pair of socks, and this is also with my own yarn. We're going to show something else in between. I'm going to show something else in between with different yarn, and then I show that other one. These are also socks. As I said, I had 2 pairs of socks, and this one has a fun story behind it for the yarn. So this is not my own yarn. This is hand-dyed yarn. It's really, really beautiful. As you can see it here. Is it focusing? I don't have my glasses on. I don't think it's focusing. Now it is, I think. Now that, yeah, I think you're seeing it now. So this is actually hand-dyed yarn out of Barcelona. So my boyfriend was in Barcelona for a work trip, very last minute, and he was like checking with me if he could go, for example, with Guusje and everything. And I said, of course, but bring yarn back with you. Mostly joking. But this man, yeah, he was so busy there. He didn't have one moment to himself, like literally from 8 till 8 he was working, eating, then back to bed. And then one moment on his last day, he had like an hour of free time. And I knew he was so busy, so I already was like, okay, I'm not even thinking about that yarn anymore. But he actually crossed like half the city with the metro, and he went to Lanalu. I think that's what it's called, Lanalu. Something along those lines. We've been there also last year. We were in Barcelona last year, and he got me this yarn from La Bien Aimée. Is it La Bien Aimée? Aimée? La Bien Aimée? Something along those lines. But this is a really beautiful sock yarn. To be honest, when I took out the skein, so of course I'm like curious, I want to know how someone dyed it. So I opened up the skein and I realized really quickly this is gonna pull what I thought when I just opened it. It had like, if you see a skein of yarn, you open it and it has like quite distinct 2 different colors on both sides. There's a big chance it's gonna pull because you have the same thing coming back and back. And also I thought the speckles were not well distributed, but to be honest, I'm really happily surprised by how it's knitting up. I feel like with my gauge and my stitch count, so I have 64 stitches, I feel like it perfectly actually alternates the rows, so it's getting a bit of a stripy effect, which I really like. And also the speckles are really well distributed, as you can see. So I'm really happy. I love working on it. It feels nice. I don't know what I don't have the label here. I couldn't quickly find it. But I think it might be 75-25 or 80-20, something along those lines. I'm saying that a lot, sorry. Like the same thing is stuck in my head. But it feels like quite similar to my own sock yarn, which I like, so that's really good. And yeah, I took it off the needles though. that's a good transition to the next one. I took it off the needles because I started on it. I kept it in my studio. I was like, this is going to be my studio project. If I ever have a moment to knit 1 row a day, I can knit on it. And not much happened. I did take it on me with me on holiday, and I think I knit a little bit on it there. And I am like in the middle of the heel. But I took it off the needles because I only have one 2.25 millimeter sock needle, like 9-inch circular, and I wanted to start my birthday socks. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this already. In as I said, August 7th last year was the day TMC yarn launched. It's been a year now, guys, can you imagine? But August 10th is my birthday, and last year I also combined it a little bit, and this year I did the same. So I made a sock set called Lemon Berry Birthday Cake, and this is what the sock set looks like. The lighting is already changing. What's happening here, guys? It was looking so bright, now it's getting so dark. I hope you can still see this well. This is a sock set. Is it gonna focus? Okay, let's try that again. There we go. A sock set with a 20 gram mini and a 100 gram full skein. I don't have the mini here with me actually, but the full skein is this one. It looks a little rough right now, it's seen some places, but it's really cute, if I may say so myself. This is a fully speckled colorway, and last time everyone loved Wildflower so much. I don't have that here with me too, I think. But Wildflower was from my Dreaming of Spring collection, which was like a fully speckled color, and it was one of the best sellers, but it was so rough to dye up. It had 6 colors, speckling front and back. And it was a lot of work, and my wrist was not happy with me because I speckle by hand still, and you constantly make like this, this motion. There's another word, I can't come up with it right now. And my wrist was not loving me. But I know how much everyone loves the speckles, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a speckled one. This has 3 colors of speckles, and it only speckles one way. I have a technique where I can just speckle one time, and it has front and back mixed in with some more white. But the fun thing about the main color speckling in here, it bleeds out, and I really like that because then it, as you can see, it gives an overall pink effect too. There are some purple like bright speckles in here. They are not in the eventual sock set. I've mentioned it a few times, but I was like, oh, does it need purple? And I knew I was gonna take one, so I did it on like one of them that I was gonna keep, and I was immediately like, no purple. It doesn't fit in with these colors, so I don't like that scene here. But yeah, I sacrificed myself. I took it. I don't love it in there, but it's not in the eventual color. It's actually a really nice pink. There is some yellow gold in there. I'm not sure if you're able to see it. It's a bit hard to see if you look closely. And that is the color that matches kind of with the lemon color. And there's also some dark brown, no, not dark brown, light brown, which you don't see very obvious, but it adds to the depth. So yeah, that is what I launched also, and I started the second sock, but I haven't knit on them much. These are now my studio socks actually, so I took these home with me to show them to you. So these are living in my studio, and if I have a moment, I can knit on it. For example, I had to wait a little bit on my boyfriend who was in the same building actually, which is really fun, so I knit the cuff, for example. But yeah, I launched those. I did just a ready to ship. They sold out in 20 minutes. I didn't launch a lot. I think it was 8 skeins or 8 sets, and it sold out so quickly. And a lot of people that I knew wanted them. They were like, oh my god, I missed out. And what I did is, I think it was last Sunday I launched another batch of 15 sock sets. And I still have 3 left, so a lot of them sold already. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so happy and so fun to see, because it is a limited edition. I'm not dyeing this up anymore. I'm not doing a pre-order. I first thought about doing that, but as I said, speckles, I know how much you guys love it, but it's not worth my wrist. So I do speckles, like these kinds of intense speckles, only for like dye to, or how do you say that, ready to ship. But yeah, I still have 3 left. I will link it below, and you can find them there if you want them. It feels so special for the people, like, or not for the people, for me, knowing that people bought it. Also me mentioning it's like limited edition. It's to celebrate this 1 year. And I feel like with everyone who got those sets now, I'm like, you got a little special piece of the Mindful Creator. So that's, I don't know, just really, really fun. That is my last whip, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so let's get into some other things. Let me see, did I mention everything? Yeah, let's go into acquisitions. I have a few things to share with you. One of the things was already this sock skein, which is 100 gram by the way. And I bought some yarn myself. I bought a, well, cardigan slash shawl quantity from Woollentwine. I got another skein of sock yarn at a yarn fair that I vended at, and I got some gifts for my birthday. So let me show you first, for me the most exciting, well, I love them all, but I just want to show this to you because it's like the biggest one of the whole set. Okay, my friend Jules from Woollentwine, she makes the most beautifully, naturally hand-dyed yarn. I think she's amazing. She has been a guest speaker in the Mindful Creators Clubhouse, which is my community group. We don't really do guest speakers anymore. Right now, I changed the price, so it's more affordable for a lot of people, more accessible. But it also means that I've taken a little bit of a step back, which was also needed with the yarn dyeing. But if you have someone, or you are someone that want to be a guest speaker, please send me a message because I would love to do a guest speaker eventually again. But yeah, we kept in contact after the guest speaking call with her, and she's so nice. We have really good chats. I really love it, and I really I've been following her for quite some time, way before she was a guest speaker, and I've also was like, always was like, I would like a little bit of her yarn. I think she had a sale. Not 100% sure. That was like the less push that I needed, I think. And I bought some beautiful yarn from her. It is showing a little bit more yellow on camera. It's hard to say. It has a bit of yellow in it. It is a green. I think it's called, or here I can see it probably, Fern. It's called Fern on 2 different bases. So I got a full, you could call it a sweater. I could make a Lento with it, for example. I'm not going to, but I could. I am planning on doing the, let me see here. Well, I bought it with the April cardigan in mind, because it is a cardigan that the smallest size needs 2 skeins of both for, and size 2 it could also work with 2 skeins of both. So meterage wise it would work. I'm not 100% sure anymore. I would still love to make it, but Adorable Knits, she is also making a really beautiful shawl, scarf shawl. It's really, really beautiful. It's called the Twisted Twine Shawl, and I love her too. I also have a lot of contact with her. I want to say I'm also in contact with her quite a bit. She has really beautiful patterns. Definitely check it out because I really love what she does and she makes really beautiful things. I'm rambling. It doesn't really say. I just love what she makes, okay? And I love the new shawl. It has, I don't know if there are cables or mock cables. I think there are cables. It's cabled. It looks like kind of ribbed. It looks really impressive. So this would be a special yarn that could fit with it like a special shawl. But yeah, again here, the bases that I got are Blueface Leicester Romney 4-ply. So this is a fingering weight. This is 400 meters, 100 grams. And the other one is a mohair, cloud silk mohair, 28% cruelty-free silk and 72% traceable mohair fiber. So if you're new to Woollentwine, she is very much into sustainability. Well, yeah, sustainability is, I think, one of her core things that she mentions also on her page, but also knowing where her yarn comes from and everything. Yeah, she works so hard. Really check her out. And this is all naturally dyed. How cool is that? Yeah, I'm gonna be knitting with this one day. This is gonna live in my stash for a little bit because I have a lot of other projects on my mind, mostly a lot of things that can be samples too. But yeah, this is gonna be like a really special thing. So I'm really happy that I was able to snag that up, and I'm very happy to have it in my collection for now. This is, by the way, really soft mohair. Also, everything feels a little itchy because it's like a little sweaty. It's like warm in here. I can't wait to have that. It's gonna be really nice. Something else that I bought myself, and we're gonna go into some gifts, is a sock skein from Het Wolbase, which is a Dutch hand dyer. This is so beautiful. Oh, I have something else to tell you. I got a yarn infant. I'll tell you about this first and then the Advent. This is such a beautiful skein. This is called Sunset. Oh, also, this skein, I think it was called Siena. And Siena is a city in Italy. I love Italy, and I only realized that. My boyfriend only realized that also when he came home with it. He didn't even see the name, I think. I'm pretty sure that was the case. But yeah, we love Italy, and it felt really like fitting. This is called Sunset. I think that's also really, really fitting. Often I like to give myself a little bit of like a souvenir when I do yarn fair. So I was at the Weversmarkt in Horen in July, late July. And as I said, often I like to give myself a little bit of a yarn treat if I find something that I really like. So I did the Handwerkbeurs in Houten this year, where I got a sweater quantity of, what was it called again? The Surpass sweater quantity. Oh, I don't remember the name. It's really, really beautiful yarn. Really love. I wanted to get myself Cardiff Cashmere, and I chose that over it because I was like, this is great. I love it. Then last fair before was the Knit and Knot in Tilburg. I also got myself a sweater quantity of the really fun yarn from the Salty Day sweater that I showed last time. And this time I got a sock skein because there wasn't really a lot that stood out to me. But when I was at her booth, I know I love her yarns. I follow her, I think, on Instagram. I think I do. I do see her coming across a lot, and I think she makes some really beautiful things, and this one just spoke to me. I don't know about you, but lately I've been just, I don't know, pink is, I'm attracted to pink. I'm like, oh, that little girl in me is just like, I want pink, you know? Well, I don't ever wear pink, I think. So it's fun, that sweater, also the Lento sweater, is a colorway that I normally wouldn't really go for, but I thought this is fun for the fair. It is colorful, but not screaming colorful too much for like other people. I know a little bit sometimes. Well, I think I know a little bit by now what people like to see at the fairs, at my booth at least. But yeah, I don't know, pink, it's just, I'm like, oh, give me more pink, or like, I don't know, just these things. I never wear it, but I really like it. And this is the sock skein. So I'm gonna be making some really beautiful socks with it. It is a BFL sock, 75% superwash BFL and 25% nylon, 100 gram, 425 meters. And I like the feel of it. I like my sock yarn, or well, I like my own sock yarn a lot, but I also like sock yarn that is a little bit more sturdy. This is not like rustic at all, but it is a little bit more, which I really enjoy. So this is really beautiful. Let's get into some gifts. I think we're gonna be like not too long this podcast, probably because I'm talking so much. Some gifts. As I said, it was my birthday. Say it now 4 times. You know by now. I asked for a few things in specific, and for my mom actually, and from my mom, not for my mom. And I got some things for my boyfriend. So the things that I asked for specifically from my mom was 2 pattern books from Sandnes Garn. The camera is moving, I see it already, I'm sorry about that. I asked for 2 pattern books. To be honest, I have such a hard time, like, what do I want for my birthday? I think the older I get, I don't really have really specific things often. But I was looking into some yarn. Like, I didn't want to ask for yarn. I don't have anything on my mind that I want right now. And then I remembered these books. I was like, ooh, this could be really fun. So I went through a lot of the Sandnes Garn pattern books. I know they are quite popular. I know for some countries it's really hard to get your hands on them. So I was surprised that I could find 2 of really popular ones too in a Dutch yarn shop. And it is by the Breiboerderij, which is called the Knitting Farm in English. No, oh, it has a hard time. I can't reach my camera to like click on the screen. Oh, no, it's not focusing. It's called the Breiboerderij. And these are, as I said, books that I've seen from other podcasters. They're quite popular. I got cut off because my SD card was full, so I deleted it. I had some videos still on there. I don't know where I left off, but I found this book, or 2 books. I scrolled through them online to see what the patterns were. I think I looked on Ravelry to see the patterns, and both of these I was like, okay, there are a lot of patterns in here that I really like. For example, well, this is a popular one. This is not necessarily my style, but I did see that they also wear it backwards, which I do quite like the look of actually. Let me just look it up quickly. This is the Vienna blouse. And this is it backwards. I hope you can see a little bit. But there's a cardigan in here that I really like the look of. The Brook cardigan. This is by Sandnes garn, by the way. I don't know if I already mentioned that. But that fun thing is also from this Brook cardigan, they have different versions. And also different yarn combinations that they also talk about in the back of the, in the pattern part. This is a really popular one, the Abbey, which is a little too boxy for me, but the stripes are really cute. Then, for example, this one, River, really beautiful cables. There are some really good ones, and I think this book is even more my favorite. You have the green sweater on the front. I don't know what the name of it is here. And one of the patterns that I already know I want to make, I have it actually in a list somewhere, is a slip over that is in here. Oh, here it is. What is the name of it? Tell me, please. They're not saying the name like literally here. Let me look it up then. Is it like the aimée slip over? Oh, this is so weird. Like they mention everything, but it looks like they like skipped a page here or something. Let me just look it up in the back then. I can't find it. I think it's called like the aimée slip over or something. I will just show it to you and you can think of what it's called, and I will look it up here. Because I do have my Ravelry open, which is quite handy actually, doing a video like this. It is called the... It's not in here. Why is it not in here? Oh my god. I don't want to cut. That's not in like the video. That's the thing. Like I can just find it real quick. Let me just in the meantime show something else already to you, because there are other really fun ones in here. Oh, aimée slip over. It's in the front, but the pictures are further in the back. It is called the aimée slip over. It's this really nice big turtle neck slip over, oversized. This is a popular one too. I do have to say I like the zipper sweater a little bit better, looks wise. The Guernsey sweater, also on my list. Focused? Not sure. The Guernsey sweater. There's another one in here, which is called the Lugense. From the front. There are so many good patterns in here. And my friends were already like scrolling, getting through the book, and they were like, oh my god, I want to make this one and this one. And Claudia really wants to make this one. So yeah, a lot of good inspiration in here. And another book that I got, that if you have been following for longer, you might notice. I asked for this book 3-4 times for like holidays and birthday and things like that, and but I really specifically wanted to have the hardcover because I really think it looks so beautiful, and if I eventually have the space for it, I want it to be like a coffee table book, and I really like the pattern. So on my last birthday I asked for this book. This is 52 Weeks of Socks Volume 2, but I got 52 Weeks of Socks Volume 1 because my boyfriend couldn't find the Volume 2, but he could find the Volume 1. I think it had something to do with being on time, but I have both books now, and it's really beautiful. And this is a really beautiful pattern book. So as you can see, this is the hardcover. It has like a fabric cover. It's like I don't want to say it is a linen, but it has like a linen color to it. Really beautiful woven fabric. Really beautiful picture on the front too. You can see that this one is shiny and the rest is matte. Yeah, and so many good patterns. Oh wait, I didn't even tell you the pattern for this sock, but I can tell you here because I'm actually making it out of the book. So this is called the Lakolk by Lotte or H. Lutgren. Lutgren, I think you say it like that. It is a twisted, it's not a twisted, it is a, what is it called again? Pattern, slip stitch rib. Yeah, it's getting hot in here. I have to finish up real quick now. It is a slip stitch rib, and it is really beautiful, and that's what I'm making. So there are so many good patterns in here. Let me see if I can find one that I want to make quickly. There are so many I want to make. Look like this, color work. These are like, if you like sock knitting or you want to get into sock knitting, but you have made a pair of socks, you know you like to knit socks, then this is a really fun, or these are really fun books to have because there's a part 1 too. I have both of them now. I have the soft cover, like the paperback for part 1, and now the hardcover for part 2. And yeah, there are so many good patterns here. I want to look up 1 or 2 that I like. Well, this is also really fun. I'm also showing you color work now, but there are really beautiful texture socks in here too. These are also so fun. This is, I'm not going to show you the pattern fully, but this is a sock with a text on it, knitter it says. Like, how cool is that? And they also show all the other letters of the alphabet too, so you can like picture on letters, like a beautiful texture one. I can keep showing you pattern. This is really nice. I'm really happy that I finally have it. I already lost hope, to be honest, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy it myself eventually. But yeah, this is really nice. And I think those are all my acquisitions. I think that is it. I do want to get a little bit into next projects or next cast-ons, and also a little bit onto abandoned whips. I'm gonna keep that short though. Let's do next cast-ons first. I want to make another sample with my new Peruvian Highland wool base. I don't have it here with me. Normally I can just grab everything. That's the thing that I like less, or like the least, about not working from home anymore, is I can just grab things here when I'm here. I really do enjoy working from home, to be honest. I don't mind it at all. However, it was way too small here now. I couldn't store the yarn anymore, so it's really nice to be in there. I do want to film rather soon there too, so you can see it a little bit. But my perfect thing would be to have like a room like that at home. It's way too small in here. We only have 1 bedroom. It's not a teeny tiny apartment, but it is a small apartment. So yeah, that's not working right now. Hopefully in the future I can just have my own space from home again, because that's really nice. I was like, what was I talking about? I want to make it slip over. So I have a new Peruvian Highland wool base, and it is a DK weight base. It's really beautiful. It's a little bit more rustic than your normal superwash, but it isn't scratchy. It is really buttery. I've shown it to you before if you've been here before. I've shown it to you a little while ago, quite a while ago actually. I know that I want to have this quite soon. I want to make a slip over, but I don't know which one. So if you have any ideas, please send them to me. I am probably gonna do it in a light colored base. It's a mixed base. I am working on a new collection actually. I haven't set this anywhere yet, so this is like a first. I'm working on a new collection. I have to dye still, but I know what my colors are gonna be, and it's gonna be like a fall collection, and it's gonna be released rather soon. It's gonna be released next month with a new fair. So I need to start talking about it on Instagram too, because yeah, it's gonna be happening pretty soon. I'm gonna be talking about it next week already. Not the colors yet, but just that I'm working on it and a little bit of a behind the scenes. So yeah, I have my work cut out for me because I have lots to do. I'm dyeing the Bridgerton yarn. I am just finished with a really beautiful wholesale order for Creacat in Belgium. That is just finished, so that I have some more time now. It wasn't my calendar like that, so that worked out. But that order with Bridgerton, I'm dyeing Advent yarn too. Oh, I forgot to say it. I got a yarn Advent. I will quickly say it after. But yeah, Advent yarn too, and then I have a fair coming up in a month, which is the Breidagen, which is the knitting days, or knitting and crochet days, which is like big. So I have a lot to do. A lot to do actually. I didn't even calculate that in my planning. Well, that will be fine. I have done that before. It will be fine. I will get it done. I can work hard. But yeah, I want to have like a sample for that new base. I do want to knit it myself, so a slip over is most doable in the time that I have. I would love to have like a textured sweater. I really would like to make like the storm sweater or something along those lines, but I just don't have the time, and it's too short time-wise to ask someone to make a full sweater in like 3.5 weeks before I need to have it back. And also for me to dye up the yarns. Like, that's the problem with me, and what I want to have samples made by sample knitters, because that would be amazing. But I don't have my yarn done in time. I work quite in short deadlines, so yeah, still need to work on that. Quickly in between, if you're still following, I hope you are. I think that's a nice thing. Well, I don't know if it's nice, but I think that's a nice thing. I talk quite quickly and a lot is happening, so you can't really like lose your attention, or you actually can because of that. Let me know. I got a yarn advent. That's one of my last acquisitions, and I got a yarn advent from head wool based. So I have my own advent this year. The first time I'm gonna also use my own advent, but not during advent time. And I wanted to have a yarn advent. Just I want to do it once, you know, at least once, and see if I like it. But mostly just I think it will be fun to have like something every day of December and just be able to open it and be like, oh, it's so fun. So I got an advent from head wool based, the same as or the same dyer from this yarn, because I saw she still had one open, and she has a color palette like what reminds me of this, and this makes me so happy. So I got happy yarn for the advent. It's like pink, red, orangey, something like that. Maybe I can quickly look it up. Yeah, I'm really excited by it. I hope it's gonna be nice. I don't know what I'm gonna be making with it yet at all. Probably, or maybe a blanket-ish. I'm just going to pick up my laptop and show it to you like this. This is her inspiration picture. Look how happy that is. Oh. It's called Indian Summer. I'm really interested to see what will happen. I see some peach, orange, pink, purple, magenta, like deep dark purple. I think it's gonna be great. I can't wait. She makes beautiful fades, by the way. So good. But yeah, I got that for myself, to treat myself after my last fair a little bit. That's what I got. Okay, back to it. Where did I leave off? Okay, I hope, yeah, if you have pattern ideas for a slip over, I would like something, well, I would like all your suggestions, to be honest. Preferably, no, not even preferably, I want to say light textured, but like plain stockinette is also good. Like texture is welcome, the cables are welcome, plain stockinette is welcome. I don't know how oversized I want it to be, but just send me what you like. That's gonna be nice. If you are saying, by the way, oh, make the slip over that's in there, I think that's a really different gauge, or really different yarn, so it's DK weight. Keep that in mind. Preferably maximum 3 skeins, preferably, because I don't want to make like a super expensive thing to make at a fair, you know. I don't want people to have like 5 skeins for a slip over, because then, yeah, that's, I want it to be like, it's not going to be affordable because it's hand-dyed yarn, but as affordable as it can be for hand-dyed yarn. That was needed. Drink your water, guys. Maybe it's a good moment for you to drink something too. Okay, something else that I'm going to be casting on for the yarn studio actually is a pillow, and it is the Stella quilt cushion. I'm just going to pop up a picture. I think that's the easiest way to do it. These are the colors that I had in mind. I'm going to hold them up also, by the way. I'm just going to only hold them up. I'm going to see what help works in the thing. Oh my god, my battery is running out. Stress, you guys, stress. I don't even know where all the colors are. Well, these are a few of the colors. They are all Bridgerton colors. And not all of them, by the way. There are a few different ones, but most of them are Bridgerton colors. And I'm going to be making that pillow. I'm going to see how far I'm going to get. I think it's going to run out like any time now. So I'm not going to be able to... Okay, I realized just now that I had to switch to my phone because my charger for my camera is in the studio. So I have a little bit more time. I can actually tell you what I want to do with this pillow. So let me quickly get my project page here, see which colors I actually had in mind. So first color is Joining of Hands, Blossom. Not in this direction. These are just going to be in there. This is It's Just Gossip, Let It Go. Now Varley the Bugs. I have Who Needs Fresh Air When There Is Fresh Gossip, Lady Danbury. Then I have, what else do I have in here? Oh yeah, Periwinkle Blue. I also have in here. I'm just trying to see what I'm missing. Field of Flowers. This is working quite well actually. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's working. And Are We Not Friends? I think 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, those are the colors. I have to take a moment because Guusje needs to go out. I see. Okay, she just wanted to sit on the balcony, so I'm back with this part. But yeah, the Stella quilt cushion, and in specific the star version. So that's gonna be really fun. These are just all leftover that I have. Let me show you my leftover. This was our fruit bowl. Now it's my yarn bowl. This is all my leftover yarn, which I'm actually using for my crochet Rennie stripe blanket, but that is just a long-term project, and if I can use it for something else too, I will use it for something else. So this is really fun. I'm trying to have it lay a little bit nicely in here, but that's the door is open. I don't like talking when like the neighbors can hear me, you know. So I'm gonna close it in a second and then tell you a little bit more about the next projects. This is like the third time I think I'm turning on and off this camera. She is being annoying in the background. I hope I can finish this. I'm gonna keep it a little short. Abandoned whips. I have a few abandoned whips. I have the poppy tea, which was from my last video. The salty day sweater, which was also from my last video because I have to fix something and I'm just not looking forward to fixing it. And the surpass sweater, which was actually from last fall. We're going to be doing a Finish It September make-along in the Mindful Creators Clubhouse. So if you don't know about it, I have a community group with people from all over the world. At the moment only women, but everyone is welcome. And we knit and crochet together and have just a really good time. It is a membership. It's 10 euros a month, excluding tax for like Europe and US and everything. It's just 10 euros a month or 10. Well, it's not, I think it's like $11 and I'm not 100% sure. But we have a really good time together. We chat together. We talk together in our chats, but also in our threads. It's really, really nice. And we're going to do the make-along. So last make-along was a really good success. We did the summer top mall. I think a lot of people, I think it was 17 people joined, like really, they really made like something. And I think that we have a tiny group that's really, really good. So if you want to join like a tiny, cozy group, it could be the perfect time. Oh my God, she is doing stuff in the background and I'm trying to film this last part. It's like you have like a toddler that bites and runs and is like annoying. Hey! Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm going to be working on one of those projects and I think I'm pretty sure I'm going to start with the surpass sweater. So the idea is that for 2 months we're going to work, or is it 1 month? I think it's 1 month. We're going to work on those projects that are lingering or just something that you really want to focus on. So a few people don't have any lingering or abandoned whips, so I do. Some don't. And they're just going to focus on something for the full month. Maybe finish it or try to finish it at least. So I'm going to be working on that sweater because it's a sport weight sweater. It will be perfect for fall. I really want to wear it. So that's going to be happening. I'm going to keep it short now because I do want to chat about life and stuff, but I don't really have a lot of time. One thing, puppy life is still really rough. This week is quite a good week, to be honest, but oh my God, if you follow me on Instagram, you know, since I got the studio, she's going with me. It's been really rough. But this week is better, and I'm just trying to focus on that and see the good things in it. Yeah, it's just really keeping me from my work sometimes. And looking back, I'm like, wow, I still was able to do all these things because from the moment that we got Guusje, my business also started growing quite a bit. Which is really, really amazing. And I'm like, I'm trying to just see it as, okay, I'm proud of myself that I'm still able to do all the work, even though it's been difficult with her. But I have heard good stories that it gets better and that it takes time. And sometimes it takes 3 years, which does scare me. So we're going to see how long it takes. And then this week, she's getting a little bit more cuddly. In the beginning, she only wanted to cuddle, and lately she doesn't even want to come near me. She doesn't really like me a lot, which makes it a little bit hard for me, to be honest, because I really would want a puppy or like a dog in general. I hope to really have a dog in general that I could have a good connection with and that wanted to be with me and just cuddle with me, you know? But I feel there's something changing. So that's really positive. And yeah, studio life, it's really fun. I'm gonna tell you more about that later, I think, just when I can film there. Watching, listening, reading, really quick. I don't know something on top of my mind now for watching. Listening, I started listening a little while ago to The Book That Never Burns. Almost done. I thought I could finish it, then my membership was done and I have like 1.5 hours left in the book. So I'm gonna read it, the last bit, And I finished, I think I already finished The Court of Thorns and Roses. I think I finished the second book too, and I'm working on the third. And I'm reading Iron Flame. Finally, I'm halfway and it's so good. I'm enjoying it so much. So yeah, that's really exciting. I have to finish off. She has to go outside and I need to edit this eventually. It's like 5:30 now. It took a while to film this. So I'm not going to edit it now. But yeah, I'm going to speak to you soon. I hopefully have a little bit more calmness then and a little bit more time to chat with you. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please give it a like. It's free, it's fun, and follow me here. That's also free and fun. So we only need 250 more subscribers, and then we are reaching 5,000, and we're gonna do a little giveaway as I promised. I'm still on for that. But yeah, I'm curious to see when that will happen. So if you want to follow here and want to have a chance in the giveaway, do it, because why not? It's fun. I don't know when I'm back. I hope soon. I hope not 2 months. It's not going to be 2 months. I hope. I'm more like maybe 3 weeks, max 4 weeks. Well, that's actually fair time. As in craft fair time, market time. I have to see when I have time. But I do really still want to do YouTube because I just really enjoy making videos and I love chatting with you here in the comments as always. So yeah, but I really, really do. So I'm going to close it off for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked watching what I'm working on and yarn and all the acquisitions and stuff. Normally I don't or rarely have acquisitions, so this is really fun. And so many finished objects and projects, and I enjoyed like going through to see what I was going to be talking about. But I also love to know what you're working on. Like, what is your favorite project that you're working on right now? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. I'm gonna close if she really needs to go now. This is not the most calm way to do this. Puppy life hasn't been calm. Everyone with a dog probably knows that. Okay, I'm gonna close it off. So bye creator, see you next time.